Now we can play with variables. We will create a new directory. In this directory, we will create file basic variables. In this file, we will declare our package and import section, and we will again create function main. Now let's create a short reminder about our data types. We want to declare a variable. First, we will write reserved word var for variables. Then we will write name of that variable, let's say v1. And then we will declare a variable data type. Then we want to assign value to that variable. We will type v1 so we can access that variable. Then we will type sign equal, and then we will assign value to that declaration. We can also do this in one line. This command we can also execute with one additional operator. These two commands are equal. This operator checks data type of our value, then assign that data type on that variable, and after assigning data type, also assign value to that declaration. Now we can print those variables to see the output of them. Next example we can create with data type string, like this. We declare a variable, we attached my name on that variable as name of that variable, and we declare data type string. Then we assign David value to that variable, and then we print that variable. Next, we will declare two variables with additional operator, and we will declare float64 and boolean data type. My price variable will have float64 data type. After that, we will assign 7.413 value to that variable. Available variable will be declared as boolean, and then we will assign false value to that variable. After that, we will just print output of that variables. In Golang, we can also have multiple declarations in one line, like this. In this example, num1 variable will have data type integer, and value of that variable will be 413. For num2 variable, we will have also data type integer, but value of that variable is 523. We can also do that for any data type, like this. And also with this operator, we can combine many different data types for different variables. In this case, variable num3 will have value 720, name3 variable will have value Fred, and check as data type boolean will have value true. We will save our file with Ctrl S, then we will open our terminal and execute our application. As we can see, this is the output of our application. Now, we want to declare variable as structured data type. First, we will create new file. Now, we want to declare structure. How we can do that? Well, we will write reserved word type. Then we will write name of that type, let's say user. And then we will write reserved word struct, so we can know that that declaration is structure. Inside of our block, we need to write attributes. One attribute is one characteristic of our structure. Here, we will add 3 attributes. How we can declare attribute? First, we will type name of attribute, and then after that, we will declare data type of that attribute. First attribute in this case will be username, and we will declare that username as data type string. Next, we will declare user ID with data type integer. third attribute will be available, and it will be data type Boolean. Now we finished declaration of our structure. We need to understand one thing here. Declaration of structure becomes a new data type, which means that we can declare variable as type user. Inside of our main function, we will declare a new variable. We will type var, then we will type name of that variable, let's say u1, and after that we must declare data type of our variable. In this case, we want to our new structure becomes our new variable, so we will type user. Now we want to assign value to that variable. We will access that variable, then we will type sign equal, and then we will declare our new user structure. First, we will type name of that structure, and after name we must declare our block. Inside of our block we will write values of our attributes which we declare in our structure. First attribute is data type string, so we need to write first attribute under quotes, like this. After that, we will need to assign values for other attributes. How we can do that? Each attribute will be separated with next comma until we assign all values to all our attributes. Now we finished declaration and assigning value to our new structure. We can use also additional operator to create new variables with data type structure, like this. Here, u2 will become data type user, and after declaration of that variable, we will assign value of this user to variable u2. After that, we can print our users so we can see the output. Now we can save our file with Ctrl S, and now we can execute our application inside of our terminal. Now we can see the output of our application. Let's now create constants. First, we will create a new file. For start, we will write informations about constant that we need to know. We must assign a value at the point of the constant declaration, which means that when we start our application, we must at the same time assign value to that constant. We can't assign a value later as we do with variables. We can't change value of that constant. Also, we can't access it from its memory address. We can't use runtime constructs like variables, pointers, arrays, and many others. Only types that we can assign to constants are Boolean, rune, numerics, or string. We can declare one single constant, or we can declare many constants inside of block. How we can declare constant? For variables, we have reserved word var. For constants, we have reserved word const. After that, we must assign name of that constant, let's say product. After that, we can assign data type of that constant. As we know, we must assign also value to that constant immediately. So in this case, we can type any string that we want. Also, we can declare our constant without declaration of our data type, and our constant will know which data type it will be used for that value. Also, we can declare a block of our constant in which we will write many different constants. Now we will create main function and print all these values from these constants. Now we can save our file and execute our application in terminal. As you can see, we got the values from our constants. In next video, we will talk about operators and how we can match numeric types.